Hello everyone, my name is Astatu Singh and you're watching the Unart show. Today we have Leila Moosavi as our guest. I call her godmother because she is such a wonderful friend of mine. She is also my blowing partner and I think she's more than a friend for me. She's someone I look up to when I'm in trouble. So we talked a lot about our personal stuff, our artistic stuff and whatnot. So let's see what we have to say. Hi Leila,
Hey, Astitva.
how are you?
I'm good.
Very
I'm
good.
good. Yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday.
Yeah, nice weather outside as well. So what's
Yeah.
up?
Nothing much. Just life. Sunny day, kind of.
Sunny day. Nice hair, by the way.
Thank you.
I have a really weird story of hair from Iran.
Yeah, you do. I'm sorry about that.
Anyways,
sorry.
let's not talk about it. So, Leila, what do
Yeah.
you do?
Nowadays, I am here in school. I'm doing glass, trying to learn how to blow glass. And some other experiments in hot shop with glass, obviously. I'm on a break, so I'm focusing on my work also. It's with resin and a lot of work with resin and silicone. And
So initially, initially you were a painter
yeah, that's I'm
and you
coming from a very different background.
and do a lot of drawings as well.
Yeah.
So drawing, painting, then resin, and now glass. How
Even
come?
more.
Oh yeah,
Even more
please go on. I
No.
want to have that list. Come on.
Okay. Main thing was always painting and drawing before, especially painting, and started with my mom because she's an artist, very well-known artist in Iran, and also
What's her name?
Firuze Gul Mohammadi.
Great.
Yeah.
So is she on Instagram?
She is.
Great.
With
So
her
I'm gonna put the link of your
yeah.
mom's Instagram, and
Instagram.
please everyone go and have a look. So yeah.
And so I grew up in that house with my mom, having all the classes with her students, teaching painting, and I was always around. They wanted to keep me quiet. They just give me a watercolor and a brush, and you paint. Just let me work. You be happy with that. And there are some videos of it. It's very funny. And I was always around, and I was in the classes then when I was growing up, and I learned a lot, especially watercolor. My mom was teaching watercolor. And then for high school, I went to art school. I had
In Iran?
Yeah, in Iran.
Do you have art school for
High school, yeah.
high school?
Yes,
Iran?
yeah.
That's cool.
I studied graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to school.
School. Okay. What? Okay. So in Europe, we call school
Universities. Yeah,
universities or colleges.
University, yeah.
Universities. Yeah.
Yeah, for my bachelor, I studied graphic design again. And then I stopped studying in Iran. I was teaching mostly. I started teaching since I was 14. My mom wanted me to learn how to teach. And at the beginning, I was just teaching to kids. Then grown-ups, and all the time I was teaching. So I think I haven't been teaching for a few months now. 1 year maybe. No, less than
But
that.
still, every now and then you have your workshops. So still you're
I like it. But
by the way, you have taught me a lot as well, to be very honest. And let me tell you, you are really a wonderful teacher. And being a teacher is different, and having all the answers of your students' questions are different. So you have all the answers, and if you can answer my questions, I think you can answer anyone's question, because I have weird
a
questions.
lot of questions.
A lot of and weird questions. Yeah. So
It's all. I'm happy to hear that. Sometimes it was intense a bit between us,
but it's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
I mean, it's hot shop, so it's hot. You're sweating. It's just, you're struggling with so many
Everything.
things. Yeah, and sometimes you just
And then, hot shop also makes your bond more stronger
Yeah.
because you develop trust.
Exactly. It's all about teamwork. It's very different than other fields of arts that I experienced. Because when I was in Iran, in university, when we were studying graphic design, we had to do many experiments in different kind of studios. I was in a dark room. I had a lot of printmaking studios. There was a lot, and most of them they are individual works. But in hot shop, it's impossible to work as individual, and that's, I think, what's making it amazing. Because as artists, we don't know that much about teamwork, but there we need to learn it, and then we need to trust each other. Then we become good friends.
No, first we were good friends first.
Yeah, that's
in
different.
generally hot shop, you trust each other, then you become good friends, and then you develop that friendship,
Yes.
and you become like
Exactly.
family.
Yeah, we are now family.
You know, I was having a conversation with Ula, and she was telling me that we are more than a family. We are just not sleeping in hot shop. We are eating, living most of the time, working there.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a completely new experience for me. New environment, and it's hard. Hot shop is hard, and most of all, you learn how to be patient. Not you.
Oh, what does that mean?
You never learn that, but you have to, and because it's so hard. At some point, it's like one of the hardest things that we are doing, and it makes other hard things that we are doing seems easier.
Easy, yeah.
It's like, if you're doing that, you shouldn't complain about this to be hard, because that's hard, not this. This is just challenging, and be a bit more patient. You can solve it. If you solve that, definitely you can solve this.
I mean, with glass, you have to like think about everything actually. The temperature, the texture.
Every sense of you
thickness.
is working,
And
everything.
you're like, and you are in a difficult surrounding as well.
Yeah, very
You're
dangerous.
working near furnace, and glass studio is really difficult to a really difficult place to.
And everything is working. Your eyes are working. Your ears are listening to all the sounds around you.
You're commanding.
Yeah, you're commanding it, and your skin is working by the temperature. Yeah, because if every sense is working there, and in 100%, because if one of those are not working well,
either you
everything
hurt yourself or you're gonna hurt your partner.
and it's a lot of responsibility.
Definitely,
it's a lot of responsibility.
And also to work with someone in hot shop, you need immense amount of trust in that person.
Yeah, that's true, because you need to. Yeah, it's not like you don't have a teammate today and just go outside and find someone and bring them in. No, it's also trust and your own responsibility about that person. And sometimes I ask my friends to come and see what we are doing, and for 10 minutes I'm just explaining, don't touch anything, wear your glasses,
the safety measures.
All this. Just go and stand in that corner.
Don't cross this line.
Don't. If someone asks you something, just ignore them, because you don't know. It's like they may ask for something simple like shears, and you're going to touch it and it's hot and you're going to burn yourself. So
definitely.
All these responsibilities that you have towards other people, it's also a lot. But these are all the things that make it amazing. It's more than just a craft or... It's awesome.
Great. So how you ended up in glass?
I'm not quite sure. It's gonna be a very cheesy answer, but I'm gonna say
Please, come on. Yes.
I didn't know anything about glass. Anything.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise.
And so I wanted to study in this school for my PhD, I was studying in Poznan. I finished my master's degree. I moved to Warsaw, and I applied, and they didn't accept me. So it was Daniela's idea. I don't know if you talked with her.
Yeah,
Daniela,
definitely. Daniela's gonna be in our next episode as well.
Yeah. So because I was working with her and Przemek Pintal for my PhD, and they said it was Przemek's idea to start another master degree here. And in that summer, the first season of Blown Away came out. I was watching it on Netflix.
Yeah, Alexander Rosenberg. Oh,
I know you would have loved that answer. So in that summer, I watched it and was like, oh wow, that's so cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it is. Yeah. It is. It's so good. And it was in the summer. When I watched it, I was working for my PhD, and my project was a drawing project. So when I started another master degree here, and then I saw the list of studios, and I knew they have very good glassmaking studios here. I was like, okay, let's try it. Let's push it a bit. And then after the first semester, when I did some experiment, I was like, yeah, that's it.
This is something I want to do.
Yeah, it's just perfect.
My experience was like completely different. Actually, Zuza forced me to go for orientation of Anna's class. Anna Moloskia. Anna was our...
And you forced me.
Yeah, and I forced you for that thing. Because, I did not want to go alone. And I was like, if I'm going, I should
go with that's someone. Why you took me.
Okay, let's go with Leila.
Thank you.
And then first day, and the first thing Anna told us was how dangerous is this studio.
Yeah.
I went with 3 of my other friends. 3 of them, tada bye bye. And I was like, no, I fucking want to do it. And Anna was a great teacher. And amazing. I did first class with her, and I fell in love with her and the material as well and whatnot. And then I started, and till now I'm like still there. We're working together.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I can't imagine not being in hot shop, and that makes me sad because I don't know what to do next.
Yeah. And we don't know that if next semester we're gonna
I think they're gonna keep the hot shop on.
I wish they should. But I'm like going after the semester. I'm like, I will be graduated and you still have 1 year.
Now you wish you had a break.
Yeah, but I think it's good that I just...
Yeah, you got your master's degree. I already had a master's degree. I wasn't in rush. I was like, I want to take my time, focus on myself and my life and the work, because my work is separated. It needs a lot of time. It needed to be stabilized. Yeah. Anyway, so it was a very good thing for me, this break. If I could, I would take another break next year. It's just too good.
You should, if you can.
I don't think so.
Try it out.
Yeah.
Talk to Paulina. She's going to help you out for sure.
I should talk with Zuza.
Yeah. Anyways, so moving next, what is your plan for this summer? Because for 3 months, school's going to be closed.
I didn't think about it. You're so busy with school and work, and it's like, I can't leave Poland. I'm still stuck here because of my Karta Pobytu. And I don't think I'm going to get it by summer. They establish new laws, and it's awful. So I think I'm going to rest a bit.
Because you're working
a lot,
really hard. Yeah.
I mean, I'm working in summer, obviously. It's,
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's my work. It's how I'm paying my bills. But working that work and this coming to school, and I'm coming many days, and this hard work that we are doing, sometimes it's a little bit too much. So it's a good opportunity for me to rest, to chill. I don't know, travel a few cities in Poland.
That would be
And
great.
summer is always so short, and it's done. Yeah.
So, well, Carta Porbito is kind of residency card which you need if you want to live in Poland. So yeah, that's what Leila is talking about.
It takes so much time, and it's only in Wrocław that is taking this much time. I'm even thinking to move to another city for a few months just to take my Carta Porbito and come back. It's like I'm hopeless.
I mean,
it's been 2 years and a half.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time.
It shouldn't.
It should not, yeah. And normally, maximum I have, I
2 weeks, 1 month.
6 months, let's say. Maximum 6 months. But yeah,
even
here it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, this is bad.
So anyways, apart from your card issue, how do you like Poland? How do you like Wrocław? Specifically Wrocław.
I like Wrocław. I really like it. I'm feeling very comfortable here. It's a small city. We are coming from huge cities, so this is like very
Tehran, New Delhi.
This is tiny. But it's amazing because it's calm enough for me, and at the same time also wild enough. Yeah, you when you want to have a calm day, you can have it. When you want to have a nice walk, like today I was coming here, you can just choose your path next to the river and walk to the center.
City is very beautiful.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. You have everything. When you want to go wild, there are other places you can go and have that kind of fun. So there are many galleries, art places that you can visit here. You can have many different experiences. It's and it has a very huge international community compared to, for example, Poznan that I'm coming from. It's there are totally different cities. It's like they're in different countries. They're very different.
True. I mean, obviously, if you're gonna have party, you have Nepal, which is like amazing place with clubs where we do not go. I mean, we are we go to better places. And if you're gonna have a really silent walk, you just go by the river.
Yeah.
Walk. Beautiful bridges, beautiful buildings.
And it's so safe. You never feel like something bad is gonna happen.
Even if we walk back at 3 a.m. in the night.
Even if you walk by a group of drunk people.
Yeah.
It's like no one wants to hurt you. No one.
True.
No one.
True.
And this is like, it's totally opposite of where I'm coming from.
Poznan? Sorry, Tehran.
Tehran, yeah. That city is...
Okay. And I need to check my cameras.
Check it. It's a break?
Not break, I'm just...
Why sugar-free?
It's healthy. It's better than eating sugar. So yeah, cool. So when did you cut? So yeah, Leila, when did you move to Europe?
To Europe?
Yeah.
God, 4 years ago, almost. No, 3.5. I came here first. I moved to Poznan because I started my master's degree in University of Arts Poznan. Now it has another name.
USP or something.
No, that was UAP. Now there's a name of this very famous artist. I forgot the name.
How was the experience there?
In Poznan. The school was good. That was a good school. There were ups and downs. There were some issues.
Issues. I mean, when Leila is there, issues.
Issues following her. No. But the professional part, the artistic part, it was very strong. Especially the team they had for international students. I was in painting and drawing department. And I met so many amazing artists there. I learned so much that I don't know what to say. it was a good time for me. I mean, it had a lot of ups and downs, as I said, but it was good.
Great. And how about our school? How do you find it?
It's completely different experience.
Yeah, ASP Wrocław.
ASP Wrocław.
Yeah.
Because I am also studying something completely different. So if I was studying the same thing, I wasn't even in this building. I was in the Plac Polski always. I mean, I can't say it's worse or better.
No, I mean, your experience. What do you think about it?
I like it. I like it. I mean, when I was in Poznan, I had closer relationships with my teachers. Here, I'm still discovering. Maybe it's a bit harder for me to make connections. Or maybe, again, people in different departments, they have different attitudes. So usually in painting and drawing, in those parts, the atmosphere is different than when you're coming to design and everything is so strict and clean and you need to do this and you need to do that. And which actually I like it. I like to have borders. I like to have orders, you know. And but it's a different experience and I'm happy. Yeah.
Okay. So, whosoever comes from our school to the show, I ask a specific question to them.
What was the
question? I mean, whosoever comes from our school to the show, I ask a specific question to them. So what? I'm asking you as well. Tell me one best thing about our school. I mean, one best thing about ASP.
Hot shop.
Hot shop? That's the best thing. Not
a
lot of schools.
That's the best thing in Poland.
not a lot of
the whole
schools.
Country is like, what is the best thing in Poland? Hot shop in ASP. That's the best thing.
And if you talk about experience, what is the best experience?
In our school?
Yeah. Hot shop.
Yeah. I mean, I should go say, okay, after hot shop. Maybe that's after hot shop. As I told you, I like to work in order. And I like it here. I like to be clear and clean. It's like what I'm going to do. Maybe that part of it, I like it. I don't know. I should think about it.
Yeah. And the worst thing? Yeah, I mean, I have asked this to everyone. So, and if you want, I can tell you their answers as well.
The worst thing. Yeah. I don't want to talk about
Please. I mean, whatever you think is not cool enough, not troubled you.
Sometimes some people are lazy.
In the school?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still studying.
We're not
here.
taking names, by the way.
No, but sometimes some people here, you need to remind them what is the meaning of being a teacher. It means like you need to teach. No, that's important. And that's sometimes it's heartbreaking to see that I'm a student and usually teachers are going after students to make them learn. But here, sometimes I need to run after a teacher and beg them to please teach me this.
You won't believe.
But not all of them. Some of them are amazing.
Some of them are. And you know who are they.
Yes. And they know that I have this opinion towards them. And I think those teachers who are in the opposite way, they also know what is my opinion.
Yeah,
so
true.
I'm a very direct person.
Actually, Matt was saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Last night when I was shooting with him. But in some better words.
What was his words? I
wish
I could use.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. So basically, we were comparing a US style of teaching and European style of teaching. And in Europe, in Europe, you have to. I mean, especially in this school, you have to be self-motivated enough.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Do things and
no. The thing is, it was also like that in Poznan when I was studying there. But here, you're self-motivated. You want it, but you're not getting it. Come on.
True.
Please.
But things are getting
Sometimes.
better. Yeah, sometimes. Only
Please,
sometimes. And
sometimes.
exceptions are there.
Yes. And it's like there are many studios I had great experience.
Yeah.
there.
For
And
example, Adam Abel's studio.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it was amazing.
after coming out from the school studio, like so happy. I did this, I did that.
Yeah,
After Hot Shop.
yeah. There were very good with Daniela.
Daniela, yeah,
Yeah,
amazing.
there were very good studios, a lot of good experiences. At the same time, there were also some not pleasant experiences.
And I think it is everywhere. In every place, there are some good experiences and
obviously,
bad.
yeah.
So yeah, and we as an artist, we know how to deal with it. So
yeah, we kind of got used to it.
And we know how to handle it now.
Yeah,
I mean, so hope we do not end up in any controversy. but anyway, overall, what is your art experience as an artist? What have you experienced doing different media of art?
I mean, from the time I was a teenager, I loved to use different materials. As I told you, I started with watercolor, so I was like, watercolor is everything that I know. Then I had to, try to experiment something new. Maybe at the beginning it was just in painting, like now let's work with acrylic, now with this, now with that. And when I got to that art school from my high school, we had to experiment new things. Then from that year, I had to work in dark rooms. So we were doing a lot of experiments there. It could be pleasant, but because we had to, I always hated dark rooms. It's because we were forced to go and work in dark room. But probably if they weren't forcing us, I would have loved that.
You need to explain what darkroom is, because
darkroom
has different meanings.
Okay, darkroom is where you print your photos. In the movies you see people, there's this red light washing some papers, and there are photos
where you work with
appearing
chemicals
from
as well.
a lot of chemicals. It's that's a whole new world. It's amazing. And I did many different techniques in printmaking. Again, we had to experiment all of that with, I don't know, lino cutting, wood, glass, and so many things.
What not? I mean, you prepare matrix of a lot of things.
Yes, so it wasn't that bad. I was a bit allergic to some of the chemicals that we were using, so sometimes it was very uncomfortable for me.
And you did all of this in Iran?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then when I went to art school, there was also some very good experiments with a professor I had. He was actually my mother's friend. In illustration, which was amazing because that pushed me to illustrate more. And my mom, she's an illustrator, and it's kind of encouraged me to work on it, and I ended up with a book. So that whole character of the book, which was a few years later, maybe 10 years later, that character happened in that studio. I drew that character in that studio.
Wow.
Yeah. And what else? I don't know. I did so many things, from candles.
You're so versatile.
I always love to use materials and crafts and make something with I love to work with my hand. I like to make something with my hand, and that makes me happy and satisfying. I did it. And that's why I really didn't like graphic design. I studied graphic design for 8 years in high school, and in my bachelor, it was 5 years my bachelor took. And but at the end, I never went there. I didn't do anything about that.
You have written few books, right?
One book,
and
translated
a few.
Yeah, but those translations, they were just
But
having a good time.
tell us about your book.
The book
Is it on Amazon?
No, it's in Persian. It's in Iran. Yeah.
Okay.
The translation of the book is "What is Coffee?" And
Hmm.
I started to learn how to make coffee. First, I fell in love with coffee a few years back, I think 7-8 years ago. Then I started to learn how to make it. I was going to different kind of cafes and being trained by them. And at some point, I wasn't working that much, but I was doing a lot of research about coffee, and I was gathering a lot of information. I loved it. I was in cafes always from noon to night till how long I could stay out.
In Iran.
In Iran, yeah. This all happened in Iran. Then there was this idea of writing a book about it and use my own character, which is a funny crow. And that crow is explaining what is coffee and giving all the recipes. And the book is also a bit funny. It's all illustrated. I was very happy because that was the first book about coffee in Persian in Iran. So I was like, yeah, I did it. It published 2 days before I come to Poland.
Wow, that's great. And in Iran, people drink a lot of tea. They drink less coffee.
Yeah, tea is a part of Iranians' life. It's like you should have it there. You have someone is coming to your place for 5 minutes. Tea should be there. That's a necessity of life.
And you have like amazing teas. I mean, I have experienced it because every time, most of the time, I just go to your place to drink tea. You make like so amazing tea.
Yeah. No. It's a part of a strong part of our culture. Even in offices, there is a person they hire just to give people tea.
And shisha as well. I have heard that you have.
Not in offices.
Not in offices.
Not in offices.
Okay.
No, they don't smoke shisha in offices.
You never know.
Oh, shit.
No, I mean shisha is something both of us love.
Yeah, we like it, but it's you're smoking something. You can't imagine you're in an office working with a computer having a shisha.
That would be so cool.
It's so cool, but
I mean, just imagine this thing we are shooting and having
shisha. We could.
I mean, it would be amazing. Anyways, jokes apart. Shisha.
And in Persian, if you say you're smoking shisha, it means you're smoking crack. We say shisha. It's like if someone say shisha, you're smoking shisha, it means crack. It's very hard.
Sorry. In India, shisha is glass.
Yeah, also
mirror,
in Persian,
mirror actually.
Shisha means glass, but when you say someone is smoking shisha, that's not. We call that ghalyan.
Yeah. In India, I think we call it hookah.
Hookah, yeah.
Hookah. Hey, with India, I just it just reminded me. You lived in India for quite long.
Yeah, we didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Yes.
For how long?
4 years.
4 years in New Delhi.
New Delhi.
How do you like the city? Because New Delhi is my city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very critical time of my life when I moved to India. I was only 9 years old with my parents, obviously, not by myself. Imagine 9 years. We went there. I had a very different life experience. At the beginning, obviously, it was hard for me. I remember because I was away from my family, from my friends, and it was in the middle of academic year. So, and whole new world, very exotic. All these new rules that I had to follow.
Rules in India?
Rules. Basically, when I don't know, for example, in Iran, we drink tap water, but there, I remember for days I was drinking tap water. No one told me, and they said, "Don't drink." And I was like, "Okay." I was drinking it for a few days. I'm gonna die. I was a kid. Each place has its own rule to live there, and India is like that. Also, Iran, Tehran. And but after some time I got used to it and I started to really like it. And because I was so young, it became, India became like my second home country. I love it and I miss it a lot. I used to visit back every 2-3 years, especially in New Delhi. But it's been some years that I haven't visited, and I really, really want to go there. If I get my carta
Porvito. Carta Porvito.
Yeah. Always it's about carta porvito.
How did you like Indian food?
I love it. I love it.
Tell me your favorite dish.
Rogan Josh.
Rogan Josh.
Rogan Josh. Rogan Josh.
Rogan Josh.
So how you say it?
Rogan Josh.
Rogan Josh.
So Rogan is, I think,
oil.
Oil.
Yeah.
And Josh. In Hindi, Josh means energy.
Yeah, it's also when something is boiling, something is Josh. Or when something, yeah. I understand that. Yeah. It's basically the whole name is Persian.
The Rogan Josh is Persian? Oh,
the name, Rogan oil. Yeah. And Josh.
And talking about food, Indian food is also inspired by a lot of Persian.
We have so many common things. We are so inspired from each other. Iran, India, all that area. And it's so mixed during history. Culture of Iran with India, culture of Iran with Turkey, culture of Iran with Arabic countries. It's hard to separate them anymore. True. And I think it's an amazing thing. It's perfect that's why we can always have conversations, because there is so much
similarity as well in the language.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's an Indian food, but I know the meaning of the words because the name is in Persian, and that's why it's easy to make conversation with people who are from that side of the world.
True. Tell me something about your so-called fun life. What do you do?
I hang out with you guys a lot.
Do a lot of barbecues, smoke shisha.
Oh, come on, but every time we don't have anything to do, we're just hanging out. It's like always happening, for different kind of excuses and
going for walks.
I don't know. It's like just coming to hot shop and sitting and chilling. Talking. True. You guys, you have breakfast.
Yeah, we talk so much about hot shop.
Yeah, it's like
hot shop is a place where we work with glass.
Yeah.
If you are watching our episodes, you must be knowing. Anyways,
and I also go to gym a lot.
Yeah, you do powerlifting.
Powerlifting.
Wow.
Yeah. And
how did this come in picture?
It wasn't my plan to do powerlifting. I just last year, because I was doing many physical works, my work with resin is physical, and I wasn't working out, and I felt this frustration in my body. And when you're 31, 32, you start to be scared a little bit. I was getting fat. So
fat.
I was getting fat compared to what I was before 3-4 years ago. So I started to go to gym to work out and work on my diet. And I had a lot of pain in my body that I had to fix them. And I met a trainer there and we started to work. And we just went because that person was into powerlifting. So just guided me to this path. And now I started to love it.
You're having fun?
Yeah. It's amazing how you feel stronger every week. You can lift more. You feel better about yourself. I never in my life thought that I can be interested in lifting something heavy. But when you do it, it's like, oh my God, I can do this. I can lift this much. It's amazing.
Wow. So on that note, because we're coming to an end, I really want to ask you to put on something for those aspiring artists who are yet to start their career and confused. They don't know what to do, how to do, where to do, what media to use, but they have a good artistic knowledge, or they even if they do not have that artistic knowledge, they want to be an artist or they want to fall in this art world. So what do you have to say to them?
I mean, I'm not the best person to give advice about art, you know, because I don't see myself a very successful person in that fine art part of it. Still, I have some issue with confidence in that. And
one of our professor was telling us that, you know, if you're doing, if after 5 years of your studies, if you're still doing
yeah,
art,
I mean,
then
yeah, that's the
and it's been 5 years and you are still doing
yeah,
that.
so that part, I mean, many what I'm doing for a living, many artists here, they don't consider it art. Because for them this is business, especially from the fine art departments. For them this is just a production and selling. And I mean, we have all these different kind of views about how an artist should make living. And sometimes I feel not all of them are very fair or reasonable. Why should an artist starve? And sometimes there is this feeling that if you sell your art, you're selling your soul or something like that. But it is there. It's out there. Many I talk to people who actually believe in that. Even further, that you shouldn't show your work in a gallery. That your work is your work. I don't know, but so at the end, who is going to pay that
your
person's bills? Yeah. So I think it's important to in that field. It's important to make some balance. But what I can say
to those all around who are like yet to start their art career, and don't scare them. Come on.
No. It's not. It's not scary. The thing is, art. It can look very complicated. I mean, I am still confused that what's happening here, but all this confusion is coming from the freedom we have in art, because basically when you come to this field of thinking that I want to be an artist, you especially these days, you have this absolute freedom to do what you want. So when you will face issues when you don't know what you want to do. I mean, if you just say, I want to be an artist because I like the lifestyle of the artist, like they look cool, they wear cool stuff, they have this colorful hairs, and I don't know, they're fun, they're having a lot of fun, they don't care. No, because when you enter that, I saw many of this kind that with that idea they entered the art world, they came to the art school, and then they didn't know what to do. So now you're an artist, okay? Now you're in art school, you have that crazy lifestyle you want. So what do you want to do with that? And the other thing is, art is not that lifestyle. Some artists, they have that lifestyle. They feel more free about how they want to live their life, which is amazing. But at the same time, sometimes you have this lack of respect towards each other, not judging, you know. Anyway, I'm getting a bit further from what you ask. There are so many things coming in my mind.
Please go on.
No, because this is art, you know, that it's about everything. You can say art is about art because art is about everything around you and the way that you start to look at it. And you should find it. You should find that way, and you should find your medium that you want to work with it.
Or maybe a lot of mediums.
Yeah, I mean, as you remember yesterday, I was asking Matthew that I tried all this stuff, and there were times that I was regretting. I was saying, what if I would just start with, I don't know, painting, and just why I didn't stick to one thing and become like very professional in that right now. But at the same time, I'm not regretting any of this jumping from this field to that field. And because I love it. I love learning. There is no regret in wanting to learn something new, especially, for example, I worked with resin 10 years ago for an experiment. And I learned how to work with resin then, and I stopped that. But when this opportunity came that I can make handmade dice with resin, because I had that experience 10 years ago, I just jumped on it. So yeah, I can do that. I'm sure if I didn't have that, I would never start this, and I didn't have this business right now at all. So yeah.
Sorry, and also different mediums actually help you.
Yeah.
For example, for instance, if I want to do photography right now, which is my majors, I do photography. But what if I want to do a slideshow with some music, or what if I have to compose some sound? So the knowledge of sound design helps me. Or what if I want to record something? Then the knowledge of recording and sound design and other things helps you. So if you have knowledge of different media, I think it's better. I mean, it's not important. I mean, if I only like painting, I would only do painting. But what if I have interest in painting, sound design?
Yeah, exactly.
Printmaking, because I belong to photography initially, but I did printmaking and I have that knowledge. So now I know that if I want to print my picture with certain things, with those printmaking techniques, I can do it. So
it's like, well, that's why you have this intermediate studios right now, because you can mix all these things there. And it's amazing that, and then you realize like how many things I should learn. I was in the intermediate studio last year, and for making one project that looked kind of simple, I think I used 5-6 different softwares just for different parts of that project. And also there was also physical objects there. So but it's at the same time, I don't know if I can recommend that, okay, go and do whatever you want, because that can make your confusion worse. But at some certain time, you need to choose what you want to do, and you need to stick to it a bit.
But I will strongly I will strongly recommend that at least do what you feel like doing, or what you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you working with glass is important for you, but you do not feel like working with it, find other way.
Yeah. It's yeah.
And I don't believe that until you are not in love with that thing, you cannot give your 100%. You need to.
Sometimes it's about sometimes it's about love of material. Sometimes it's about love of an idea that you have. A thing is something that is in your mind, and you don't care about the material that you're going to choose to talk about that idea, talk about the problem, the issue there. So but you need to have something there that you feel very passionate about for any reason.
What is the one media you are very passionate about?
Glass. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, I mean, it's so expensive. It's not easy to work with.
It's a special material.
It's just very special. Yeah, it's not easy.
Last night, Matthew was telling on the show that because glass blowing, actually the carbon print of glass industry is so much that we should not have a lot of glass blowers or glass artists. I'm like, come on, you're a glass professor, you're not supposed to say that. Who is your favorite glass artist? Mine, who is yours?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, not yet. I don't have a favorite yet. I'm still doing my research. I'm new.
But still. Still.
No.
Not yet?
Not yet. No.
Cool.
I'm trying to find myself yet, so I'm just looking, observing, not making anything favorite.
Great. So, yeah, Leila, thank you so very much for coming to the Unart show. It was really fun talking to you. I mean, I did not feel that I'm talking
Yeah.
In a very formal way. It was like very chill.
It was one of our conversations in Chayovnia when we sit
Yeah,
and talk.
I mean, yeah. It's one of a conversation about Chayovnia.
Yeah.
Chayovnia, again, it's a place where we hang out a lot.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite places. So, yeah, thank you so very much. It was really wonderful talking to you.
Thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure. And I think you should come here more often.
More often?
Yeah, and talk about your experience. Maybe we can organize something with a few of our friends.
Yeah,
And that
just
would be
sit
cool.
and hang out. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah,
I can
everyone.
do the grilling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, how about doing a podcast
And
with
I
barbecue?
do grill at the background. Leila is grilling.
That cool. So yeah, everyone. So Leila. Well, how do you pronunciate your surname? Leila
Moosavi.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Leila Moosavi at the Unart show. Hope you liked it. And let's meet some other amazing artists in our next show. So till now, bye-bye. Sorry, till then, bye-bye.
Till now.
Good, bye.